good first practice coming out for spring. I feel like we started off on a good note. Started off right where we left off from last season in the bowl game. So good job. We're flying around. The offense all doing good. Defense flying around. So we look good right now.
Yeah, I thought today was good. Working hard, flying around, trying to get everything down that Coach Patterson brought to us, and that's been the challenge for today, and that's kind of the challenge moving forward. But a lot of good things, some stuff we got to clean up, but for the most part, really good.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit different. I feel like we just got done with a game a month ago, and now we're out here back out, so it's not as much as a break, so it kind of helps. We're not lagging as much, so I mean, it just helps a little bit. As first day, it always happens, so I mean, we just got to keep working, get that chemistry down, and we'll be all right. Yeah, a little bit different. Got to become more of a leader than I was starting off last spring. Coming in, Kent's not here, so just getting all the one reps right now. So just got to keep working, grinding. Tarver, Savon Scarver, he's been good at receiver. Got running backs coming in, Darwin. Toro's gonna get some good minutes. G Bright coming in at running back. Tight ends, Carson Terrell, just guys. They played a little bit last year, but we're gonna step up a little bit more this year. It helps a lot that we're starting off right with the same offense we ended with, so we don't have to learn anything new. Just stepping off on the foot we left off on. So.
What do you personally want to work on this spring, or do you feel like you can do better than what happened when you played last year?
I think I got to get better just knowing the offense, understanding all the reads, so I can get completion on every play. Definitely got to step up leadership area. Got to become more of a leader for this team. So.
How tough was the loss at New Mexico State against New Mexico State? How much do you want to get back on the field and move on from that?
Yeah, that's super tough, especially last game of the season. So we're all coming back. We're fired up right now, so we're trying to get back out there.
What kind of changes do you think you'll see with Patterson?
Not huge. It's not big changes, but it's a little bit of schematic changes that are really helpful to us. So we just gotta get them down. Nothing major. That's always gonna be some of that. A lot of our linebackers are kind of interchangeable, and depending on body types and what the coaches want out of a certain player, they can move them around all they want. That's not a huge deal. Usually guys can come in and pick it up pretty fast, but a guy like David, who's super athletic, we can put him inside or outside.
Always good to get in and start playing ball. I think we had a really, really good offseason, 7.5 weeks, and Coach Scholes did a great job with them. And these guys were in a little bit better shape coming into this year's spring ball. I think it showed a little bit with the offense compared to last year. It was a little bit, it just looked a lot sharper. And it's year 2 in this offense, so that should look like that. But you also have, I guess 18 guys that started in the bowl game, and so when you have that many coming back, they should know how to line up and move around the first day. So it's good to get back out. It's still not real football until practice 3, so you get a lot better evaluations and observations, maybe towards the end of next week.
When you say off season, does it feel like an off season where you have the late bowl game and this is like maybe the earliest start you've had for spring?
Yeah, I think it is the earliest start. Not considerably more. It is the earliest. I would say it was a quick off season.
Is that good with this group?
No, I think so. I guess so. You're going to spin it in the right way. Late bowl game was great. We had 13 bowl prep practices. And so that was almost another spring ball. This is, I think today almost seemed like it was a little bit of an extension of that.
So new defensive coordinator, what can we expect changes-wise, or how are you guys picking up with?
I think our staff and our players have welcomed Coach Patterson with open arms, and I think they've been very receptive, but it's also vice versa. He came in and embraced Utah State, our culture, our defense, our schemes, and then eventually he'll put his twist on it. And so there are going to be some subtle differences in not just a little bit in scheme at some point, but also some subtle differences in demeanor, expectations, dependability for the players, because you have a different guy with some different experiences. And so Keith's a veteran and does a tremendous job, but he'll work closely with Frank and Coach Brown and Coach Collins. I think that's a really good defensive staff with Coach Unga. It's good to see him out here. His first day being a full-time coach.
Special team situation now?
Yeah, Coach Tomerdal's taken a job at Purdue and wish him the best. He's a pro's pro is what he is. Hate to see him leave. Happy for him and the opportunity that he got. But I also know that this program is bigger than one coach. It's bigger than one player, former coach, current head coach. That logo is more powerful, and our players know it and our coaches know it. And while we wish him the very best, Utah State football will move forward, upward and onward, and we'll find a good coach to come in here and wrap his arms around our players, our specialists, our special teams. And so there's a lot of options out there, and we'll see over the next little while.
What would you like to see Jordan work on most during the spring, or what could he improve on?
I think just when you talk about one or two things specific, I think the first thing that I would just say is timing. I mean, whether it's balls on the back foot, balls out, one hitch to the next receiver, two hitches, the dump down, and then anything past that, I'm taking off or the ball's out of bounds. And just rhythm and timing, I think, is the biggest improvement I see for Jordan.
Any new guys on offense kind of you feel like could step up and take some of that responsibility that maybe graduated?
Yeah, the newcomers, Savon's going to step into a lot bigger role, and he's going to need to. Darwin Thompson will compete for immediate playing time. Kyler Hackman on the offensive line. It'll be fun to watch Henry and Andrew Peasley progress, compete, push Jordan, pass Jordan, kind of see where they're at. Those would probably be the offensive newcomers that you kind of have your eye on right now.
What about defense? It seems like there's a lot of guys you're kind of moving around, it seems like. We saw Woodward and DJ move around a little bit, Williams. So is that something that you expect from your offense, or do you think those guys could move positions?
Yeah, well, first of all, with Woody, we moved Woody in the bowl game. We moved him inside to the rover position the first day of bowl prep, and I thought he played a really good bowl game. He's got a bright future. I think you guys will like to see what you see out of David Woodward at some point. And we moved Barron down to our outside linebacker position. It's a hybrid. DJ's playing safety. DJ could play corner, another one that you mentioned there. Those are some early, I don't know about changes, but alterations for positions, and kind of see they're going to have to be interchangeable a little bit.
Those guys you just move them so you can get. I mean, they're talented enough to play a different position, but is that just getting the best guys on the field?
It is, and I think just moving Barron to the outside linebacker spot right there is something that Coach Patterson has had experience doing and wants to do. A hybrid type of outside linebacker doesn't mean you can't play with two true outside linebacker body types, but I think you're always looking to how do you get your best 11 on the field. Doing that actually opens up more reps at safety for younger guys like DJ Williams or Braxton, and those guys for competition. We're gonna, you may see some corners moving inside to a nickel spot or a safety spot because we've got a lot of young corners that need a lot of reps, and only two of them playing. We gotta try to evaluate.
Yeah, with the offenses that you're probably going to face, a lot of spread, a lot of nickel and dime you're going to be playing.
Right,
so.
And we'll still play nickel with multiple corners in the game. I mean, that package is not, won't go away.